Alright, class, and that's the lesson today on the 10 plagues. Any questions?
Can we do more hands-on learning?
We want to experience the 10 plagues.
Yeah! Well, if experience is what you want, experience is what you'll get!
By this you will know that I am the Lord. With the staff that is in my hand I will strike the water of the Nile, and it will be changed into blood. The fish in the Nile will die, and the river will stink, and thus the Egyptians will not be able to drink its water. Even water already in jars and buckets turned into blood, along with ponds, canals, streams, and even the Nile River.
God commanded Moses to tell Aaron to stretch the staff over the water, and hordes of frogs came over Egypt. Egypt was infested with frogs, in houses, lakes, street roads, and all over villages. Frogs everywhere. In the third plague, all of the dust in Egypt turned into fleas, gnats, and lice. Since the Egyptian sorcerers declared that this was the finger of God, they were unable to reproduce its effect with their magic, and it could only be stopped by the Lord. There was a swarm of flies through the land spreading disease. They bit people and killed them.
Let my people go so that they may worship me. If you refuse to let them go and continue to hold them back, the hand of the Lord will bring a terrible plague over your livestock in the fields, on your horses and donkeys and camels, and on your cattle and sheep and goats.
All my animals are dead.
God gave no warning of this plague and instructed Moses and Aaron to take soot from a furnace and scatter it across the land, which brought on the skin disease, the boil. Powerful hailstorms destroyed all crops. The hail was so big that it killed any people or animals caught in the storm. Pharaoh asked Moses to remove this plague and promised to allow the Israelites to worship God in the desert, saying, "This time I have sinned. God is righteous, and I people are wicked." However, once Moses ended this plague, Pharaoh again took back his promise. Locusts covered the ground everywhere. They devoured anything that wasn't already destroyed by the storm. The swarm covered the sky, sending a shadow over Egypt. Stretch out your hand towards the sky so that darkness will spread over Egypt, darkness that can be felt. So Moses stretched out his hand towards the sky, and total darkness covered all Egypt for 3 days. No one could see anyone else or leave his place for 3 days. Darkness over the land for 3 days.
About midnight I will go throughout Egypt. Every firstborn in Egypt will die, from the firstborn of son of Pharaoh, who sits on the throne, to the firstborn of the slave girl, who is at her handmill, and all the firstborn of the cattle as well. There will be loud wailing throughout Egypt, worse than there has ever been or ever will be.